Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why am I still stuck? You know that feeling, the one where you're just floating, kind of going through the motions, getting distracted by anything that comes your way, but deep down you know you're not where you want to be. It's like you've got this dream in your head, this life you want to live, but every day it seems to get further and further out of reach. And the worst part, you know you're capable of a lot more. You feel it in your bones, but somehow you're just not moving forward. So why is that? Why does it feel like you're always on the edge of change but can't quite take that leap? You're constantly telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow, or next week, things will be different. But every time you say that, doesn't it feel a little less believable? It's frustrating, right? Because you've tried before, you've started and stopped before, and now you might be even further from your goals than you were even a few months ago. That realization stings, doesn't it? The hard truth, you've been stuck because you've been holding on to something you need to let go of. You've been clinging to an old version of yourself, one that's too comfortable in its routine and too afraid to change. It's the version of you that procrastinates, that seeks comfort over progress, that hides behind distractions instead of facing the tough decisions. And you already know this. You know deep down that if you really want to change, you've got to stop waiting for something to happen. You've got to make it happen. But here's the thing, the longer you keep putting this off, the further you drift away from who you could be. The person you want to become is out there, waiting for you to take the decision to step up. It's not about a miracle just falling into your lap. No, you have to be the miracle. You are the one who has to step into the version of yourself that has no more excuses, no more distractions, and no more fears that can hold you back. You see, here's the thing, no one is going to save you. No one's going to walk in and tell you exactly what to do or do the hard work that's necessary for you. It's on you to make that decision. You have to push yourself harder than you ever have before. You have to rise above every distraction, every ounce of resistance, and you have to do it now, because now is the only moment that truly matters. So, what does that look like in practice? What does it really mean to take action? It means getting up earlier than you have to. It means working later than you thought you could. It means pushing through the days when your motivation is low, when your energy is shot, and when you're exhausted and just ready to quit. That's what it takes. But here's the catch. It's not just about starting strong. That's the mistake most people make. They get all fired up at the beginning, but when the grind gets tough, when life throws challenges their way, they fall off track. You've probably been there, right? Starting with all the enthusiasm in the world, only to watch that energy fade in a few days or weeks. What you need is to increase your mental toughness. You see, it's not enough to just have the motivation to begin. You need to develop the kind of strength that keeps you going when things get really hard. When everyone else is giving up, you need to keep pushing forward. You need to build the mental fortitude that allows you to stay in the game, even when your mind starts telling you to quit. Because here's the truth. Motivation will fade, but mental toughness will carry you through when everything else is crumbling. Now, I know what you're thinking. I've tried this before. I've been motivated and it still didn't work. And you're right, motivation alone just isn't enough. That's why it's time to master your mind and to build that mental discipline. Because here's the thing, there isn't just a switch that you can flip. It's something you have to build. It's like a muscle, and the more you work it, the stronger it will get. So how do you build it? Well, you start small. You start by showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Then you start to develop the discipline to push through the really hard times, to stay consistent when the excitement wears off. You'll learn to harden your mind to setbacks. You know you have no choice but to accept and learn from them, because if you don't, your journey ends here. This is where you learn to direct your energy to where it needs to go, not where your emotions want you to take it. And when you do that, you'll start to see results. And not just in the short term, but in a way that lasts. You have to envision your end goal every day and ensure every action you take is a step towards that. If it isn't in line with your future plans, then it definitely isn't worth doing. When you focus only on your goals, you won't fog your mind up with unnecessary thoughts. It's this clear vision that keeps your mind fresh and focused. If you're serious about leveling up and breaking through the barriers that have held you back, then you need to make that commitment. And I'm not just talking about a casual commitment. I'm talking about a full-on decision to go all in, no matter what. Because the reality is, if you want to reach your goals, you're going to have to fight for them. And you're going to have to do it with a mind that's unshakable. So I'll ask you this. When this video ends, what will you do? Will you go back to the same cycle, or will you finally commit to building that discipline, that unstoppable drive, and go after your dreams with everything you've got? Take action now, because the life you want is on the other side of that commitment. This isn't just about starting, it's about finishing strong too.